Hi guys, this is Allison Pryor. This is a baby's eye that I'm going to show you how to do now. And as you can see, a baby's eye is different than an adult eye. So let's check that out and see if we can get that accomplished for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to find the easiest way possible to show you how to do this. So I'm going to go with my latest pencil first, which is my H pencil. H is the latest one for now, what I got here. There's many more that you can use. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking it might be easier if we just draw a circle. Now if you had a template with a circle, that would make your circle more round. So just get your circle in. Use your light pencil. So get your circle in first. I think that might be the easiest way to do this, because a baby's eye is much different than an adult's eye. And then just their pupil is a little small, so you just put a little pupil in here, leave the center open, thereby making your little Pac-Man. Now you don't have to do it that way all the time. You can make a little square or a little circle on the end of the pupil for your highlight, okay? And then another thing is to come down over the top of the eye and then come down like this, and then you come down on the other side like this. That makes it a little easier, I find. And then you're going to take, this will be the eyelash, so I'm going to put a few eyelashes here just to show you where everything is going. So just put a few little eyelashes right there, and then we'll take this line under the eyelashes and bring it over here, and then we'll bring another line up here. I find that a little bit easier. And we'll just bring another little line down here for the bottom eyelashes. Good. And now we'll have the crease. The baby's crease is in through here and over and comes right into the eye to round it out, because the baby doesn't have the same tear ducts the way we do out here like this. Theirs is inside here. So and the baby's eye then comes around here, sort of like round. Good. And then, so that's that. And the baby's eyelashes are pretty faint in some babies, and other babies they're pretty, and they start probably up around the middle of the eye here. So you can just put a few little faint lines there, just a few little faint lines. You don't need much, just to show you, just a little bit of faint lines. Good. And now what you're going to do is you are going to, because now you got all your light, that's your H pencil, so you got all your, now you're going to go to your next darkest pencil, which I have here is a 2B. So we'll use our 2B pencil to darken up this line here and this line here. So we're going to darken up all the lines. And we're going to darken up this line. Yep, darken up that line. And this line. And then you're going to darken up the top lid. Good. So darken up the top lid. Alright, there we go. And top lid here, and this is the crease up here, this is the lid, top lid. Okay, and then we're going to just darken that a little bit in here. You can make adjustments as you go along. So we're just going to darken that up a little tiny bit. I'm not going to do much with the eyebrow because their eyebrows are really, really light. Like I said, in some cases now, not all cases, but so I'm just bringing this out here just so you can see. So now you're going to bring this line over and bring in some lines like we did before. These lines help give you nice shading. Yep, nice shading. If you skip over a little bit down here, it might give you a nice little white spot there for, you know, as if it was a bit wet. And we go in here and down the top and then come out from the pupil And we get all these nice little lines. Good. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to take our darkest pencil, our 6B pencil, and you're going to darken up. Now you can use 8B, you can use charcoal, you can use whatever you want, as long as it's darker than the H. And there we go. So we'll darken that up again, darken that up again, bring out some lines again. Just go over those a little bit. There we go. So we want to darken everything up. Good. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to start shading. So take your pencil and thicken up this line, but don't push as hard. Don't, like, as you come up, just push a little. Just don't push it all, actually. Just bring your pencil over your paper. That's only just printing paper I'm using. I find cardstock paper is nice to work on. Bristol board paper. Yeah. And we're going to bring this line down here under the eye, because babies always have these little creases under the eyes, if you notice. And shade this in, and then we're going to take this line here. So every time when you're drawing, you have lines, and the lines then you have to darken, or you can darken, and when you darken them you can do your shading on those lines, from those lines. Okay, so just remember that your lines, you do your line work first, and then you can do all your shading after that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our blending stump. So we're going to blending stump as a small one. You can get them smaller. And we're just going to take it and shade it out. And this is where the side of the head is. In here, this is where the nose would be. So you can come around and around. There we go. Good. So take all the graphite from those heavy lines and bring them up into close to the eyebrow. And because if you were doing a full face, you'd be shading it in so that you get some nice shadows and shape of the face and everything. So underneath here, we're going to shade. I'm leaving that little bit light there in between here. I'm going to shade the eye. Good. Shade the eye. Leave out the, don't forget to leave your highlight. Leave some little highlights. We'll darken that again in a minute. I'm going to bring in this shadow, this little crease here, and we'll just shade. Now you can see that the graphite, when the graphite starts coming off of your blending stump, it'll lighten up for you. So you let your graphite, you let your blending stump do all the work for you. So there we go. Perfect. Now what we'll do is, so go as far as you want with your shade, okay? Because that could be the forehead up here. Alright. Now put some eyelashes on there, and there's really not much left to do. So you just bring in some shading here in this corner, and some shading in this corner, because the eye is not always dark. I should say not always pure white. So then you can do that, and then we'll do some eyelashes. Take your darkest pencil that you have, and the eyelashes come out in this corner here, and the baby's eyelashes are pretty long. So you can put a few eyelashes in there. They get smaller and smaller as you get on the end. And you can put some eyelashes in between. Okay? So put some eyelashes in between, so we can darken up that area. And then bring out some eyelashes down here. So just a few little eyelashes. Just tiny, tiny eyelashes. Tiny, tiny. There we go. And you put a couple in between, and a couple of longer ones, and some shorter ones. Darken up that line a little bit there if you like. And here. Just gives it more depth. And there we go. And we'll darken up that line again. Darken up that line again. Make sure, as you can see, the eyeball is the iris. this big part here and the pupil, they take up almost the whole eye. That's what gives the babies those really cute little looks. So it's hard to see in a baby's eye when you don't have the full picture. But that's just an idea of how a baby's eye can be drawn. You can look at lots of reference photos to help you out. And that will give you more of an idea what it really looks like when you look at a full baby's face, right? So just bring that line down here, just so that it looks like it's going to cross. And like I say, it's hard to picture that as a baby's eye, I think, but that's the way baby's eyes are. So just take your kneaded eraser and roll it between your fingers and make a point, and then just take out some highlights. Highlight, highlight, highlight. There we go. Just a little touch. And then you can also take out some highlight in here and here, underneath here. And then we'll just take our pencil and clean up any edges that you think need to be cleaned up, you know. So it's supposed to look like a little wet spot there, but I don't think you can see it that good. If you leave a little bit of white there, it'll give you kind of like a... So you can darken up the eyes a little bit more if you like. And then... Yep, and then you just put in a few more lines, just so, because you lost them when you were shading and things. And then if you, like I say, you go back and forth with the kneaded eraser and take out a few highlights if you want to. And clean up edges and whatever you want to do with it. And just put in some, and then if you like, you can take some tissue paper. And some tissue paper and clean and soften it up here. Whoopsie daisies. There's also another way you can do it. I have a brush. You can take a brush, a nice sable brush, soft brush, and you can also use your brush to soften up your graphite. See? That does the same trick. So either tissue paper or, you know, try all the different things that you can use to soften up. And some people don't want to soften up, they just like it as it is. They rather have a rougher look, a more sketchy look. This is a nice way too. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it helped you a little bit. At least you get some idea what the shape of a baby's eye would look like. And hopefully I'll get to do a full face now soon. I'll do as many drawings as I can for you. So if you got any requests, let me know what you'd like for me to draw. And you have a great day. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy drawing from Allison Pryor.